How's it going, guys? It's Friday, June 14th, and I got you this week's saltwater video full of some fun and one really interesting fish. Let's get right into it. Starting out in one of my favorite places this week with a butterfly fish. We have a beautiful sunburst butterfly hanging out in the rockwork there. Absolutely beautiful guy. Hanging out alongside with him, powder blue tang, some Disparanthius, a pair of cleaner wrasses, which is really cool. Love seeing these guys in pairs. Gorgeous angelfish. Lots of neat stuff. And moving right along to some really fun stuff. Starting us out, of course, we know I love blonde nasotangs. And a few more chunky little Disparanthius. But really cool things for this tank. First, an adorable little panther grouper. Absolutely love these guys. Really, really awesome grouper species. Gorgeous coral hogfish. And the highlight of this tank for me is not one, but two really awesome squirrelfish. I just think squirrelfish are awesome. They're like little snappers, giant eyes. Absolutely adorable. Beautifully adorned too. Awesome pattern on them. Big old eyes. What's not to love about them? Really cool little dudes. And of course, big old sailfish. Lots of neat stuff. And I'm just a sucker for a little panther grouper, man. It's just so cool. Of course, wouldn't be a weekly showcase without a trip to the long tank. Starting us off with our adorable little blue hippo tangs. An awesome little bicolor blenny hanging out down there. And of course, a bunch of little mono argentavis. Sometimes we get these guys in a bit bigger, but now we've got a handful of some little ones in right now. Really awesome. And I do mean a handful. We've got a whole school of them. If you wanted to get a whole school for yourself, great time to get some small ones to grow them up. Speaking of schools, nice big school of clowns. A few more Anthias. A lot of Anthias this week. Not going to see any complaints from me. Anthias are awesome. Saw a little ruby fin wrasse. Absolutely awesome small wrasse species. Peaceful and beautiful. On top of that, we have one of the tiniest and most adorable little blue spot Toby puffers that I've ever seen. There we go. How cute is that thing? He's like the size of my pinky. He's smaller than my pinky. Awesome little dude. Again, another great opportunity to get a little one and grow it up for yourself. And finally, to go with those mono argentavis, we've got some beautiful ruby red scats. I gotta say, for some young scats like these, they already have a lot of that gorgeous red. Normally, even ruby reds don't have that much of the pretty color with this age, but these are some great looking ones. An awesome fish that does just fine in marine environments, and in fact, really cool, is they are great algae eaters. These guys are awesome at picking algae off of rocks, eating lots of different hair algae species. Absolutely awesome. And to wrap us up in this tank here, beautiful little banded pipefish. What an absolutely psychedelic looking little critter. How cool is that? Moving right along, we got the beautiful rock beauty angel hanging out with a handful of some really cool clowns, as well as a gorgeous little keyhole angel. Another small, beautiful angel species I love. Whole bunch of scissor-tailed darters. Very underrated species. Awesome to see them in groups like this. Very, very cool. Hanging out with a gorgeous Destrantini sailfin. Those beautiful Red Sea sailfins. What a gorgeous fish. And of course, keeping up with that theme of butterfly fish from earlier, we have the beautiful copper banded butterfly hanging out with an adorable little French angel. And of course, an adorable little flamingo tang as well. And next door, we've got the razor wrasse and the royal dotty back hanging out with the arc-eye hawkfish. And finally, the last butterfly of the week, a personal favorite of mine, the Aruga butterfly. Very beautiful butterfly species. Remind me a lot of the spotfin butterflies we have here in Florida. Very cool. Of course, fun doesn't stop there, because we've got an adorable little French angel, another one of those, hanging out with some pajama cardinals, as well as two very cool looking clowns, a royal grandma, not a royal dottyback this time, and a beautiful big flame angel. And next door to them, we've got these awesome looking velvet damsels. Now that their colors are really fired up, you can see how cool they look. Absolutely amazing. As well as the tiger wart-eye goby, one of my favorite of the sand sifters. Another one there. And adorable little filefish. Alright, one more small handful of fish before I get you down to that final really cool fish of the week. Starting us off, a slightly bigger French angel. Somebody wants something a little bigger. Very awesome fish. Absolutely love Frenchies. As well as an adorable Valentini puffer. See, that size there is what we usually get those orange, blue spotted Toby puffers in. So seeing that tiny little one is really cool. Absolutely love them. And of course, chilling out in the back there are some beautiful little chalk basslettes, a little trio of them hanging out. And moving right along with a handful of some beautiful clowns hanging out with another gorgeous copper band butterfly, really bright orange one this time. Contrasted so nicely against these black and white bang-eye cardinal. Absolutely awesome stuff. But now I think it's just about time to tune in with our final fish of the week. I promise I have not pranked you. That is not a dead leaf that I am passing off as the final fish of the week. This is in fact a yellow leaf fish. A really, really awesome fish that mimics a dead leaf quite well, if you ask me. He really does just look like a dead leaf. If you do pay attention, sometimes you'll see them move those little eyes, which are right there. You kind of see me pointing at. Really awesome fish. I am a sucker for anything that uses cryptic camouflage. Absolutely awesome species. And honestly, just really beautiful. I know their whole goal is to mimic a dead leaf, but it doesn't mean it doesn't make them beautiful. Really awesome fish. Super unique. Do not see these often at all. And they also make for, honestly, a great solo display species. If you want to set up a small tank with one really cool fish, these guys make for awesome solo display species, and they'll display a lot more than you think they will. They don't always just sit there looking like a dead leaf. Do a lot of cool stuff, and I absolutely love them. So, very cool. Not something I get to see personally at all very often. Very excited to see it. And honestly, I don't get to see the yellow variety very often either. I usually see like the browns and the reds, so absolute bonus. Almost reminds me of any of my South Florida people watching this, if you're a fisherman yourself. Kind of reminds me of a baby triple tail. Now, a lot of times those baby triple tails will mimic yellow dead leaves as well. Very common form of cryptic camouflage. Very cool fish. Almost like a mixture between like scorpion fish and a sargassum angler fish, or a frog fish, if you know what those are. Awesome all around. Absolutely love them. Alrighty, that's going to do it for this week's video. Absolutely awesome to see that beautiful leaf fish. I love those guys so much. That whole family of fish have just always been super cool to me. I love like cryptic ambush predators. Awesome fish. But until next time, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and any of our newer local customers looking for anything cool or interesting, like a big beautiful lionfish or a gorgeous purple tang, feel free to email us at contact@aquatic.com. We'd love to see you get in for you. Until next time.